What is going on? I am JakeOfALL, and I have a good one for you, or at least it's a good one for me. And you guys always want to see what I'm up to besides just packouts. So today I'm gonna play around with some lights, and I have tried a ton of lights at the house, and solar, wired, combination of both, and the inexpensive wired ones, they're not waterproof. The solar ones don't last, or they're not bright, 2 o'clock in the morning. So this setup was sent to me by this XMCOSY, and full disclosure, they sent it to me to try out and give you my honest opinions. And you guys always know I'm pretty honest with you. And when I don't like something, I say it. And I've already had a few days to play with it. So when I say I like it already, I mean it. I'm gonna unbox these, but I'm gonna just pull this guy out, the spotlight, okay? And I want you to listen to that. I'm gonna pull this out, right? This is the stake. If you listen, this stake is metal. This part that is going on the ground is metal. This light is metal. The spotlight is metal. The LED in there is bright. This bracket for adjusting the light, you loosen this guy up, right? It is strong. It is substantial. It is not a joke. The adjustability in these things is not a joke. This is not like the stuff that you get traditionally and it just falls apart. Like, that's a good bit of height, right? You look at it online, you get it home and it's 1/2 the size. This thing, not a joke. Look at these connectors, okay? So they've got O-rings, multi-pin, big thick connectors. They have, like I said before, metal stakes, provisions for the wires, a place to step on. It's serious, okay? It's not a joke. So let's go ahead and open up these a little bit more. So these are called the mushroom lights, and that is because of the shape of the dome. But I'll show you what you get in a kit. So all of these are 4 individual light kits. There's a little installation QR code, some directions that also have a QR code for the app. Okay, so these ones, as I said, are the mushroom lights. So again, you can see size-wise compared to my head, right? It's a normal size, right? It's not some teeny little thing. This is the power adapter. This is also the Wi-Fi module. So this thing has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all that, whatever connectivity, okay, to work with the app. Connects onto your Wi-Fi once it's set up. I believe it uses the Bluetooth to configure it, Wi-Fi. So then it's on your network and you can control it with Alexa or Home Assistant, Google, okay? I'll show you these in a second. I want to get them out of the box. All right, so we have our domes, our poles, and then we have our stakes. Okay, so these for your mushroom lights. Did you hear that? You heard that, right? Maybe you didn't. Let's do that again. They're metal. This is not a cheap throwaway landscape lighting. This is a serious lighting setup. And they sell more. They sell them in 6-packs. And you can daisy chain these together. And speaking of daisy chain, I will show you. That is what these are. So these are serious connectors, serious runs. I think they say that when you link this along with the extension, you get like 64 feet of run for the 4 lights. So you have this daisy chain connector, which is one for the light and one to go on to the next one. Okay. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, because you have 4 lights. And then if you're not going to daisy chain these, you have the last one in the run, which has a cap, because you want to keep these nice and waterproof. Okay, so you have your 3 normal, and then you have your 4th that has your cap. You then have this nice long extension cable, and that is to get you from your power adapter, this guy, to this. Now, if you're only running one, everything I just showed you will get you going, right? Your stakes, okay? The individual lights, the power adapter, daisy chain. But if you want to run more than one and you want to have them all on the same program, you can get a 100-watt power supply. And like I said, each one of these is the Wi-Fi model. So this power supply, which I have already configured, this guy can run more than 4 lights. So I have this set up on my network already. There's a little button you can push to change the programming mode, to change the programs of the lights individually without an app. But let's go on to the other one. So I showed you the spotlights. Now, these are the pathway lights. These, I don't know. Between the mushroom lights and these are, I don't know which one's my favorite. I'm gonna say these ones. These ones do require a little of assembly. The same daisy chain cables, nothing's different there. Same extension cable and same power supply. Okay, directions, and again, good metal quality stakes. So, I give you a little background on some of the stuff I do when I do these YouTube videos, is I will get in a product like this. Somebody will ask me to test, and I'll never talk about it because it's not good. So I've had time, like I said, to play with these, and these, I love them. Okay, so this one is the only one that requires a little bit of assembly, which is you just pull this wire through, get this extrusion onto this plastic, and then you push this guy down, and there you have your pathway light. And check this out. Boop, boop. Okay, you say, what does that do? So you have boop, boop. You can light a pathway that way, or you could light a pathway that way in 2 directions, or you could go straight down, or you could go like that, whatever you want. And it's the same good quality metal stakes. You get 4 of these. On the rant that I was saying is I've played with these. I've hooked them up. They connect onto the network. The app works great. I was able to create a red, white, and blue for 4th of July. I was able to create a Christmas one. And I'm hoping to get these up because this is like the Christmas Eve that I'm filming this. I'm hoping to get this up before Christmas. But every other holiday that I want to celebrate, I could put these lights into like a holiday mode and then have a synced setup and good landscape lighting. And if you guys don't know me, besides packouts, you'll learn that I love LED lights. I love playing with electricity. I love low voltage. I've done some fairy lights. I've done a bunch of stuff. So these totally hit home. I love these. That's why I'm recording this for you. Not because they asked me to, which they did, and I like it. And if I didn't, it would be a totally different video. So you can tell by my voice and what I'm gonna do with them that I like what I've got. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get them all out. I'm gonna get them all on the table. We're gonna light this room up and then we're gonna go install them. I will be right back. And we're back, and I've got a red glow. So what I've got is one of each lights or more plugged in, and they're changing colors. I've got one of the spotlights, I have the path lights, and I have the mushroom lights, and on top of that, I have the app brought up, and I will give you a closer look at the app in a minute. But what I want to show you is what the lights are doing, which is right now, as you can see, I have 3 different kinds of lights on this one big 100-watt power adapter. Now outside in the yard, I will probably split it up depending on how much I daisy chain or if I put them separately. If you want to have separate color schemes per string of lights, you're going to want to use a power adapter. The power adapters are waterproof, so you can plug those in anywhere outside and go from it. But you can see totally festive, and let me put it in Christmas mode. So this is just going to blanket around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a power adapter, and I'm going to get the main trunk cable spread out during the daylight. I'm going to put a couple lights where I think I'm going to want them. I'm going to turn it off, and then when it gets dark tonight, we will go outside and we'll look at them and we'll set them up, see where it casts lights, that whole shebang, and then we'll know, where we're going to permanently mount them. And then the next day we tidy up the wires when we do mulch, things like that. It'll all disappear. But what you're going to see is a couple clips of them in a Christmas mode, but also some light modes and whatever, casting some light on the house and the landscaping to see what they look like at night and then I'll show you them in the daylight and how they look in the landscaping. So we will be back when it's dark. I got all the lights run where I think I want them. I will adjust it, like I said, when it's dark, figure out what's lighting, what's not. But I wanted to take the opportunity and show you the app. And if you can look out there at a distance, you can see right now there's a light. And here's the app. And I have it on Christmas mode, but we'll just put it on green. That's sort of a wavy pattern. As you can see, that out there changes. We can go back into the app and then we can choose predefined colors. So we're going to make it red, or we can come in and just make it white. We can change the brightness, and now it's just a normal white light. You can also synchronize it to audio. So essentially, if you had this, if you look at the lights out there, they're just blinking different colors based on my voice. And again, like I said, you can do color palettes. You can create custom scenes. Okay, confirm. You could create one like red. Then you could come in here and say blue or whatever you want. You can do flashing. So now it's going to do blue and yellow. You can save it. I'm not on this one. I'm going to put it back on my Christmas. So let's go ahead. Let's go outside and let me show you sort of how the connectors work and things like that. One more thing before we walk outside. So we can create plans and schedules. So for example, since I'm using these as Christmas lights, I could come in here and say, you know, a certain time of the day, I wanted to turn on or off. I can also come in here and create these plans, sleep, wake. So there's a lot of options that you can do in this app. And right now, I don't have one in the garage, but I can say, Alexa, turn on the landscaping lights, or Alexa, turn off the landscaping lights. And I don't need the app open to do any of that stuff. So that's pretty cool. So like I said, let's go outside. Let's show the connectors. All right, so we're outside. I'm going to show you how these connectors work. So this light is not plugged in at the moment. So we've got our normal connector. And like I said, it's sort of like a daisy chain. So this little T in it is where you would hook your light up, okay? And if you look how this works, there's a little gasket, and then there's a pin in here that indexes it. So you line that pin up, put it in, you can see the light's already coming on. You seat that, you can see there's arrows. And then once you have that nice and seated, just tighten this guy up. And then you would just move on down the row. And if we move on down the row, I do want to show you this. If you look at this one, see how this one has the cap? You always want to make sure that your last light, you use this one, right? So that way you don't have an open plug. You plug this one into this T, and then you put this on. This way, if I wanted to go ahead and get another set to finish the driveway, I would just take this off and go around that way. So we're gonna come back when it's dark, and we can see how good these little holiday lights mode is looking. All right, take a look at that. It's like a party. So you can see we've got it in the little Christmas light mode right now, which we created the custom scene. And we then have the mushroom lights in here underneath these elephant ears back in the landscaping. Looking good, hid under there. Good bit of light. We will go ahead and we've got the spotlights lighting the wall / the underside of these ones. And then you can see that one. Pretty well lit up. And then we'll go ahead. This is different mode. Nice white light. I am using the app to change it around. This one's called Kung Fu. But I can just switch it in here and we can just give it a nice white light. And you can see it's a little bright. So we'll just dial this back. The path lights do a pretty good job at lighting up both the driveway and the yard. But we could dim it down a little bit more if we didn't need that much light. We were going more for some ambiance. I love how easy it is to control. I like that they're smart. They look good. So now, when it warms up, you just gotta remove the Christmas decorations and hide the wires. So let's put it back in Christmas mode, and I'm gonna go in the garage and tell you what I think. So I'm back inside where it's a little warm. I know I said warm in Florida, but I'll tell you, these XMCOSY lights, they're easily the best ones that I have sort of reviewed or tried out on our property. The solar, just even in Florida, even with all the amount of sun that we get, you just can't go wrong with having a powered one. And the fact that they have this higher watt power supply means that I have all of these lights running off of one power supply. It is smart, it's app, it's got all the good bells and whistles. Everything works together. In fact, you can get additional accessories from the manufacturer. They've got extension cables. They have additional power supplies you can get. You can also buy 2 packs of each one of these lights. So if you wanted to just add 2 more, not a problem. You can buy them 4 packs, 6 packs. They come with the power adapters when you buy them in the big packs. But if you've already got one and you want to expand it, it's pretty easy. And as you saw with the app that I showed you, it's super easy to change stuff. It's a good quality app. It's convenient. And being able to schedule them to turn on and off is definitely nice. And then for times of the year like this, like Christmas, easy. You could do a Halloween. You could even do a red, white, and blue for other festive times. So I would definitely say check it out. I'm going to put some links in the description for you to find where to buy these. And I would give them the JakeOfALL seal of approval. So have a good one.